I hope you enjoy my history and lore video on the Tomb Kings. If you would like to view more videos like this in future, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel for weekly content. High Queen Khalida, beloved of the Asf, Tomb Queen of the Eastern Deserts. High Queen Khalida, the warrior queen of Lybaras, was highly respected across all the lands of Nehekhara and adored by her subjects. Her intelligence, temper and bravery were as legendary as her beauty, as was her intense sense of honour and justice. Her reign was tragically short, cut down as she was in her prime. All of Nehekhara mourned her passing, for they knew she would have brought great glory to the empire. Khalida was killed by her cousin Neferata, the Queen of Lamia, in ritual combat during a great celebratory feast. The sensuously beautiful and alluring Queen of Lamia had falsely accused Khalida of treason and attempts of assassination, and proclaimed these allegations loudly during a banquet feast. Khalida had risen to personally defend her honour, and in her anger had refused to nominate a champion, accepting the challenge personally. Neferata desired the death of Khalida, for the warrior queen had grown suspicious of Neferata and her Lamian court. Indeed, Khalida was right to be suspicious, for Neferata had been studying the blasphemous texts of the sorcerer Nagash, and had drunk from the cursed elixir of damnation. She had been reborn into a cursed existence, becoming the first of the vampires, and if Khalida was not silenced then, the Lamian's deadly secret would become known. The two women fought before the shocked nobility, their blades weaving a delicate and deadly dance. Khalida was a skilled and powerful warrior, and yet she could not match the preternatural speed or unholy strength of Neferata and was struck a mortal blow. As she lay on the tiled floor, her blood flowing from a terrible wound to her stomach, Neferata sunk her sharp teeth into Khalida's neck, sucking deeply. Biting hard on her own tongue, the Queen of Lamia placed her lips over Khalida's, and her vampiric blood flowed down the dying queen's throat. As the life began to leave her dying body, Khalida knew that the cursed blood now flowed through her veins. In desperation, she cried out to the gods to save her from the same abominable fate that had taken hold of Neferata. The goddess of the Asp heard her pleas and appeared to the dying queen in a divine vision. The blessing of the gods purified the vampiric taint from Khalida's veins, even as it drained the remaining life from her. In sorrow, she was borne back to the Lybaras. The priests and priestesses of the Asp goddess undertook the burial of the queen, for they recognized that the blessing of their divine mistress was upon her, even in death. Khalida was embalmed and placed in a seated position within a specially made reliquary within the temple of the blessed Asp in Lybaras. There she sits, unmoving, her face concealed behind a beautiful death mask created in her likeness. In times of dire need, when her homeland is threatened, the power of the Asp goddess infuses her ancient limbs. Gracefully, she rises from her seated position and glides across the temple floor, commanding the tall, heavy doors to open with a delicate motion of her hand. Her flesh slowly starts to return to its former beauty, gradually becoming as pale and as hard as pristine white marble. Her famed archer legions, buried in vast tomb pits beside the temple, arise at her bidding, marching alongside their immortal warrior queen as they did in life, bringing death to those that intrude upon her realm. High Queen Khalida is the embodiment of the Asp goddess, and divine energy flows through her limbs and healing her wounds so that she looks increasingly statue-like and is filled with unnatural beauty and allure. Venom runs in Khalida's veins, as she moves with the speed of a striking asp. Only when all her foes lie dead at her feet does she lead her legions back to Lybaras and sit upon her throne again. However, though Khalida sleeps, her soul is troubled. Deep within the High Queen burns a loathing for those tainted by Nagash's vile sorcery, and only when the last vampire has been slain will she finally rest in peace.